What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just got back from watching The Flash. This movie was pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. This is a non-spoiler review, as you guys know. So go and watch it. Come back and let me know what you guys think. But anyway, so we all know, based on the trailers and a little bit of the story, that The Flash goes back in time to fix some things, but of course some things go awfully wrong. Um, so let's just start with the special effects. There were moments where you can kind of tell some stuff, and even me and Tyrone were talking about it in the movies, and we were like, yo, did that look cartoonish? There were certain parts where it was just like, oh, like that looked bad. That looked really bad. But and then there were times where, like, even with Barry and Barry, when they had both of them side by side, like, they did a really good job at the way that they had him interacting with the other him. You know what I mean? Like, you know how sometimes you can kind of tell, like, maybe it was a split screen, or maybe, you know, there's some type of something around them that lets you know, like, okay, this must be them putting him in here in this shot. And like, no, it looked like they were two different people walking side by side, and I thought that was pretty cool. They did a really good job with that. So some of the stuff, like certain movements and certain things that had happened, it kind of looked like cheesy a little bit. I was just like, that didn't look so good. But then there were other stuff that was just like, oh, they did a really good job. So there's that, but it wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. Like, it looked really good for the most part. There's definitely a couple of cameos in this movie, and I was actually surprised to see some of them. I had no idea that some of these cameos were making cameos in this movie, and I had a lot of fun watching that. Also throughout the movie, there are, now I don't remember, I don't know if it was the first Batman movie, but anyway, there's certain things that get dropped throughout the movie, certain sayings, certain scenarios, certain things from, like, if you're a fan, you'll know where they come from, which I thought were pretty cool. So the fight scenes with Michael Keaton's Batman was pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. Like, that was pretty cool. Towards the end, especially towards the end, the cameo towards the end, I did not expect it at all. At all. That was kind of cool. Let's see what else without spoiling it for you. So, you know, throughout the movie, we know that Barry goes back to try to change some things. And of course, his family has something to do with it and things like that. And so you see all the craziness that happens when he and the other Barry meet up. And they're two opposites, like two opposites. So this Barry is quirky and smart and an introvert, and, you know, the original Flash that we know, Barry. And then this other one is from obviously another time, and he is almost like this teenage kid who gives no f's. Like, he's just so nonchalant, he's obnoxious, he plays too much. Like, if you see a teenager now and they don't, it's one of those, like, he's just, oh, nonchalant, and, you know, it's almost irritating at times to kind of see him, because it's like he just doesn't listen. Like, he's hard-headed, he's nonchalant, he's obnoxious, he doesn't, he just, I can't describe him no more than that. Like, he just does too much. And when the original Barry tries to talk to him and tries to explain stuff to him, he's just, it doesn't even let him finish. He's just doing his own thing, and it's really like irritating. And then over time, he starts to come to his senses when stuff starts hitting the fan, and he catches wind of some things. And then, when things get real and they've got to, work together, and he's got to put himself to use alongside Barry, he starts to kind of pick up really quick, and he does what he's supposed to do. And you'll see where that gets him in the movie. And so there was another character in the movie that I wasn't quite clear what it was, and then kind of figured that out along the way. But other than that, I think they did a pretty good job of putting the movie together. I think Ezra Miller did a really great job once again with this. And it's interesting. It had some funny moments, and there's some other things where just like it kind of didn't land, and their interaction was irritating at times. So times where it was meant to be funny, I was just like, there was times where I was just like, like I didn't get taken out too much by the irritation of the other Barry, but at times I was just like, oh, come on. Like, I felt like myself saying, just listen, like it was one of those. But anyway, everyone did a great job. I think that, this movie was well put together. There is a post-credit scene, and you guys would want to stay for that. Let's see, what am I missing? There's a moment in the movie where I was in tears. This is probably the second movie that had me in tears, aside from Endgame. I lied. What was the other one that had me in tears? It was another movie that I saw within the last couple of months. But anyway, it was very, it was very deep emotionally. To do what Barry had to do was probably something that, it's like, if you were put in that position, would you have done that type of thing? It was really, like, emotionally, it was deep. Like, I was done. I was definitely crying. But yeah, so other than that, like, I'm trying to kind of like tell you guys off the top of my head, remembering everything, and it's just like so much happened. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything without spoiling anything too much. It was definitely interesting to see how like how you see Ben Affleck in this, and then you also see Michael Keaton. So you kind of see you do see how they end up interacting with Michael Keaton's Batman, which I thought was actually pretty funny. And it definitely gets a little crazy at the end. And the very, very end, you kind of start to realize, at first it seems like, okay, everything's cool, and then you're just like, wait a minute, what? So it's really, really good. There's a post-credit scene, so of course there's another one coming. And I'm definitely curious to see how that one plays out, because of the stuff that happened in the movie. But anyway, overall, I really did enjoy myself. I definitely I would give this 3.5, maybe 4. Nah, a 3.5, maybe 4 out of 5 toodles. Like in between that area. Yeah. So Hope you guys enjoyed my review, but as always, do not take my word for it. Please go out and watch it yourself and then come back here and let me know what you guys think. If you agree, disagree, let me know what your favorite parts were. Any takeaways, let me know for sure. And if you haven't done so, please, please, please subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!